I think everybody loves to give Mariah Carey a really hard time about her iconic dig at J-Lo.
Und was ist mit J-Lo?
Die kenne ich nicht.
But there is so much more to this story than just simple diva behavior. This is not just jealousy from Mariah to J-Lo. No, sir. This goes deep. And it all goes back to Mariah Carey's ex-husband, Tommy Mottolla. Welcome to my series, Dirty Pop, where we talk about the dark underbelly of the pop scene. Now, Tommy Mottolla was the CEO at Sony, and he met Mariah Carey when she was 18 years old at a party. Now, he was 20 years older than her and married with children, but that did not stop him from pursuing her. Eventually, he left his wife and kids, and he got married to Mariah, and they were married for 5 years. But then they had a terrible, awful divorce. Now, according to Mariah Carey, in her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, their marriage was toxic. She describes him as inescapable, obsessive, and suffocating. He was monitoring her. She felt like she was living in a prison with him. Anyways, it didn't work out. She left. Now here's where J-Lo kind of comes into the story, okay? Shortly after she left Tommy, she started working on her movie Glitter, and she was working on the soundtrack for Glitter. Now Tommy was pissed off because she didn't want to be with him anymore, and she didn't want to be with Sony anymore. So he was trying to basically stop her career, and he was doing anything he could to interfere with her success. It didn't work, bitch, but I digress. Also in her memoir, Mariah Carey says that Tommy was doing everything in his power to make Glitter a flop, so he interfered with the soundtrack a couple of different ways. And here's where J-Lo comes in. For her song Loverboy, Mariah Carey wanted to use a sample of this song called Firecracker by the Yellow Magic Orchestra. And she was trying to get the rights to it, but then Tommy Mottolla went out from under her and got the rights to put it in a song with J-Lo. That sample ended up in the I'm Real song with Ja Rule, which is a second hit. Because also for the album Glitter, Mariah Carey had recorded a song with Ja Rule. Mariah and Ja's song together was called If We. Now later on, this story was corroborated by Irv Gotti. He was a guy who worked for Murder Inc., and he went on the record to basically say Tommy Mottolla was trying to ruin Mariah Carey by using J-Lo.
So Tommy Mottolla calls me at like 6 a.m. because he found out me and Rule made a record with Mariah Carey. And at the time, he hated Mariah Carey. So he was pumping Jennifer Lopez to compete. He says, Irv, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what's up? I need you to make a record with J-Lo, but I want you to put Ja Rule on it and make it a duet kind of a record. He knows we just did this shit with Mariah, which was a duety record, and he's trying to Mariah.
So when Mariah Carey says, I don't know her when it comes to J-Lo, and by the way, she has said it a lot of times, it's not because she's being petty, it's because J-Lo was used against her to try and destroy her by her allegedly abusive ex. It might not be J-Lo's fault, but I totally understand why Mariah does not know her.